welcome to the shop. I just finished this caddy, and it's got my basic everyday sharpening stuff. It's not a real complete set that I have, but it's the things that I grab off the bench or off my tiller back there all the time, take to the bench and just do my everyday sharpening for my carving and my planes and my knives and that sort of thing. I'm wanted to just get it done tonight. This took me about an hour. If you are a beginner, I suggest you dovetail the corners for a skill builder, and you take a little bit of time to joint in the dividers. I didn't do it. I just used a nail gun, slap this thing together. It's just a piece of kindling on the bottom and some door panels that were leftovers. They were too small or something that I had under the bench that I used up. I mean, real junk wood. And there were some other things in here too. I didn't even hardly measure it. I just did it all by scribing. You'll see that in the video. And like for my fine stone, I had to do some shimming and I had to fit the shim. You'll see that in the video. It's a very simple video. It's not long. I mean, it might be long. We haven't cut it yet, so we'll see how that goes. But it's a simple video, nothing special. And there you go. So have a great day, and please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Tom Talk Shop. Today I'm going to be laying out and making a sharpening caddy that's very minimal, just what I need on a day-to-day basis. I've had everything you see here in this pile and quite a bit more that's in my drawer that I use occasionally, but I've kind of picked around, and I just want the things that I use every day sharpening, because a lot of times, like my planes, I sharpen them 4 or 5 times a day, and I want to just have what I can handle, pull on my bench, use, and then put back over on my tool caddy behind me, just in and out as I'm working all day long. And the other thing I wanted to do is these cheap little cans from Harbor Freight. They leak oil constantly, and I like to use oil when I sharpen. And I'd like to have it where it keeps all the oil in the well. It's not getting it all over my bench and everything else. So what I did is over the last couple of weeks, I've been really thinking about this, and I gelled it down to just what I've been using. And I made a new block. I actually had a bigger block that had big, same kind of sandpaper on it, with just what I use for squaring and doing really, really coarse work. This is 100 grit wet dry. This is I'm going to say this is about 180 grit. This is a brand new stone. I busted my other stone recently. And it's another reason why I want to get it in the well, and I want everything where it sits still, because I'm clumsy and I drop everything. This is about a 200-ish, and this is a soft Arkansas, which is as fine as I typically go with a stone. And then I go from that to my 3-sided stroke, and then I'm done, because my stroke is 1,000 and 2,000, and I don't know what the red is. Somebody could tell me, but I don't know. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the building of this project.
First, Tom just gets the bottom prepared by scribing off the exact width he wants, and then he's just going to plane it down and square it up. The sound got messed up on this file, so it's just not here. Anyways, you can see what he's doing. After the base of the caddy is squared up and to the right dimension, the next thing to do is put the sides on. So Tom takes these old panel pieces and cuts them to fit around the perimeter of the caddy, and he squares them up as he goes. We won't show all of that. After Tom cut all his side pieces for the perimeter of the box, he placed them all in the vise, as you see him doing here, and he planed them all off, and that gets them all even and perfectly of the same height with each other. That was just a nice, cool little trick. You might want to keep that one up your sleeve. And again, I do apologize for the sound. This whole segment that we filmed, no matter what I did, the sound wouldn't come onto the timeline. So I finally just gave up and decided, okay, I guess I'll just narrate a little bit over it for you. So I hope you don't mind. Thanks for watching anyways. Because we have a lot of projects that we need to get done and some commissions, we are rushing through this little project to make the sharpening a lot more efficient for Tom. And so we didn't bother doing any fancy joinery or making this a pretty box. This is just pure function. So he just grabbed the pin nailer and some glue and decided to glue it all up and nail it as it goes. With the perimeter done, it is now time to lay out the stones and the supplies that he wants to have in his streamlined and more efficient sharpening caddy. So you can see him playing around with it here. The process for making the dividers is exactly the same process he used for making the outside edges of the box. So I'm not really going to show all of that. The last compartment he's working on is the compartment for the finest of the sharpening stones. This stone is not as thick as the others, so he's simply making a little riser to raise it up so that it will stick above the dividers slightly proud. And then he's going to make a stop to keep it from sloshing around too much. Rather than making a separate piece for the stop for the riser for this small or thin stone, Tom actually cut it thicker than he needed, and now he's just routing out the part that the stone is going to sit on, and that way the part that he doesn't route will be the natural stop for the little stone. Kind of cool. Anyways, just, you could just do a separate piece and glue it on, I suppose, but he chose to do it this way, and that way he didn't have to waste any pieces of wood. Anyways, he's really good at using his chisel, so he finds this kind of work just pretty simple. And voila, the caddy is finished.